edition, but let's get you started with news coming in from Karnataka. A mega BJP versus Congress fight has now erupted in Karnataka, and all of that is pouring on to social media. There is a Twitter war that has broken out between the two parties. Karnataka BJP has now tweeted a video attacking the Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra in Karnataka, tweeting a video of the Congress party in which Tipu Sultan features. BJP asking why is the Congress cheering on fanatical Tipu? It's a Bharat Jodo Yatra is what the BJP says. In response, the Karnataka Congress has also taken to Twitter to respond to hit out at the BJP, in fact, asking them why the BJP was posing as Tipu and why the Jagdish Shettar-led BJP government in the past brought out a book praising Tipu Sultan. So the fight now is over Tipu Sultan, a fight that has dominated politics in Karnataka for years together. And as we are leading up to elections in the state, it's once again come out in the open, and all of that is pouring on to Twitter now. Harish Upadhyay, my colleague, now joins us for more on this. And Harish, Tipu has been a controversial figure as far as Karnataka is concerned. Politics over that we've seen in the past as well. But as we head towards elections in the state, we seem to have a renewed war of words between the two parties.
Yes, and especially with Bharat Jodo Yatra in the crucial region of Old Mysore region with Rahul Gandhi travelling Mandya, Mysuru, Srirangapatna, these areas. The BJP understands that the Congress would try to garner some support here. It's not one of the major strongholds of the BJP. It's always a fight between the JDS and the Congress in this part of Karnataka. And that's one of the main reasons why you see the BJP launching this attack, intensifying it, and constantly targeting the Congress party, saying that, you are in this region, what has been done here? We all know you supported Tipu Sultan, and Tipu Sultan committed grave crimes against people in this region. He's hurt their sentiments, converted lakhs of Hindus, and still Siddaramaiah decided to celebrate his Jayanti. So the BJP understanding the importance of Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra passing through this region and getting very specific with its messaging.
Absolutely, and it's Bharat Jodo is now the excuse, so to say, or that's really how this all started. But as we've been discussing, Harish, Tipu Sultan really is a controversial figure, and the BJP and the Congress, even the JDS, in fact, in the past have traded charges over it.
Absolutely, he's a controversial figure. He's someone who's divided sentiments in Karnataka. We've had Siddaramaiah, who started the Tipu Jayanti. The BJP came into power, rolled it back, and then we've seen a lot of debate over it. Remember, recently as well, there was a controversy in Srirangapatna over a temple which was allegedly decimated by Tipu and converted into a masjid. That went on for a very long time. That's still pending. That controversy is still on. It's before the authorities right now. The BJP always pointing out that Tipu might be a ruler who might have contributed a bit to the temples, especially Sringeri temple and other temples in Karnataka, but he's also someone who converted lakhs of Hindus and Christians, especially in the Mysore and Malabar region, both places which are electorally very crucial, and saying that when such is the case, why did Siddaramaiah decide to celebrate his birthday? And to Congress's bad fortunes, remember on the first birth anniversary, or rather the first time that the state government decided to celebrate his anniversary, his Jayanti, we had clashes in Kodagu which resulted in one person dying. So it's been a hot topic. It's been a topic that the Congress often finds it extremely difficult on how to respond to, and it's only Siddaramaiah who's gone all guns blazing defending his decision, and sensing that is why the BJP is launching this attack now.
Absolutely, and we've seen how this war is now playing out on social media, Harish, isn't it? It's the BJP making allegations against the Congress party, specifically in this context about the Bharat Jodo Yatra and the video that they've tweeted where they claim that the Congress is glorifying Tipu Sultan. the response also coming to the fore on Twitter. So while we are seeing Rahul Gandhi, now even Sonia Gandhi there in Karnataka going to join the Bharat Jodo Yatra in about 2 days from now, even as on ground the Congress is trying to gather steam for the party, of course ahead of the upcoming assembly elections and ahead of 2024 as well. It is also in the social media realm where this fight is intensifying now.
Yes, and there's a bit of background to that. Remember, when PCM campaign was launched by the Congress party last month, it wasn't just a campaign on ground, on social media as well. It gained huge traction. There were question marks on whether the BJP failed to counter that campaign on social media. They managed to release a few posters,
right.
And the BJP
Sorry to interrupt you there, Harish. I will come back to you, but Congress's Shankara Guha is with us on this broadcast. So thank you so much for speaking with us this morning. Your response to the renewed war of words that has now erupted, the BJP accusing the Congress party of glorifying Tipu Sultan.
Well, first of all, good morning to you and all the viewers, and wish you all a very happy Navratri. There is nothing to talk or react to this issue. I have been telling to you, whenever I have spoken, I have been telling this thing to you. For BJP, it's an election year, and in Karnataka or anywhere in India, everything is turned into a communal issue. Now, we are talking about corruption in the form of pay CM. Now, they are saying Sidra Mullah. So, where is the connection? I mean, how are you? You just can't counter it. You are so desperate. You have nothing to answer. We are not going to react to this. We are going to stick to our campaign that this is a corrupt, useless government which needs to be sent back and rejected by the people of Karnataka. That is going to happen. And their desperation is very obvious with the way they are reacting. They have to counter, you have to counter it with something with sensible, not so weird. And you can't go on giving a communal angle to everything. They have nothing else. What is the narrative that they're going to build? What are they going to tell the people of Karnataka? What have they given and what are they going to give in future? They have nothing to tell. They have done nothing. They're just busy. All that they want is power. That's it. They are not bothered about the state. They're not bothered about the development. They don't have any sort of vision for the state. Nothing. So, it is just this emotional card that they want to play always and make it a communal fight. I am very sure that this time the people of Karnataka have realized their tactics. And I want to sound a warning to all the BJP Karyakartas. Be very careful. It's going to be very sensitive going ahead, knowing that the elections are very close by. Please, I know you guys might be all very honest party workers, but
right.
A party which is just for power will not hesitate to do anything. Be careful.
Right, Shankara Guha, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. The Congress's leader there going on to say that this is just a bankrupt BJP, but unfortunately that's not how it's playing out on social media because the Congress too has reacted to the BJP's Tipu Sultan attack in equal measure. We are staying with Karnataka, but moving on to another controversy that has erupted in that poll-bound state. Now, if you remember, there was a Pay CM campaign that was put out by the Congress. They put out these QR codes, posters across the city where they accused the BJP of taking bribes, of corruption. Now, to counter that, the BJP launched the PFI Bhagya poster featuring Siddaramaiah, where they called him Siddaramullah in a reference to a Muslim name, accusing him of helping the now proscribed organization, the Popular Front of India. This poster that is on your screens shows a QR code there. Also, Siddaramaiah, in that particular poster, the BJP then took to Twitter to pun on the various welfare schemes that were launched by the Siddaramaiah government during his tenure, and they called them that they had the word Bhagya in them. In fact, the state minister too jumped into this entire controversy. He claimed that the Siddaramaiah-led Congress government in the past has withdrawn cases at least against 1,600, in fact, PFI workers while the Siddaramaiah government was in power. So while the BJP faces allegations of corruption from the Congress party and Pay CM QR code posters came up across the city, now we are seeing the BJP hit back in equal measure. While the Congress was targeting the sitting Chief Minister, Basavaraj Bommai, the BJP now dragging in former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and the Popular Front of India and his links to them when he was in power. Harish, my colleague, continues to be with us. Now, Harish, one controversy too many as far as Karnataka is concerned, and given that it's election season, it's only going to intensify. Now we're looking at a QR code war that is playing out, so to say.
Yes, the Congress targeting the BJP targeting Siddaramaiah and the Congress, and to be specific, the cases withdrawn against the PFI by the erstwhile Siddaramaiah government, and saying that while the Congress constantly talks about ensuring that the security of the nation is taken care of and is untoward incident in the state, and says it will support a ban on PFI if there are grounds for it. On the contrary, it was Siddaramaiah who went ahead and decided to withdraw cases against PFI and SDPI. The BJP alleges some of these cases were serious in nature and they were withdrawn despite objections from the Home Department. The Congress responding to that, saying that if the BJP indeed believes that there were serious cases withdrawn, then the BJP should now come out and submit the names of people against whom the cases were withdrawn. Two, they should in fact ensure that those cases are back against these individuals, and it's the BJP which is in power, it has the Home Department, so it should ensure that these people once again face the cases and face the charges. So the Congress and the BJP going at each other ever since, in fact, we had a couple of murders in Shimoga and the other in Dakshina Kannada, where some of the PFI members were arrested and they were the prime accused. Ever since then, we have seen charges and counter-charges, and it has only intensified with the BJP deciding to ban PFI. Remember, before that, every time there were questions asked to the BJP on why the BJP was not banning PFI. Ever since the union government banned PFI, we've seen the BJP going aggressive on it, and the Congress just asking for more probe and asking why the BJP is not bringing back those cases if indeed it believes the Congress was wrong in withdrawing those cases.
Right, so now that the Popular Front of India is a proscribed organization under the UAPA, this war is only going to intensify, and the BJP government really would be in the dock, isn't it? Because the Congress is now saying that now that you are in power, you've been in power for 4 years, you have banned the organization by a central government that is run by your party. So why not reinstate those cases? Has the BJP government in the state responded to that particular charge?
Well, the BJP hasn't responded to that particular charge on whether they will bring back these cases. But at the same time, the BJP is struggling to explain on why some of the earlier cases, which the BJP, while in opposition, said were because of PFI or STPI, were handed over to the CBI. Remember, it's the Paresh Mehta case or several other killings that happened in Karnataka, political killings and killings on ideological grounds. They were handed to the CBI by the erstwhile Siddaramaiah government, and none of them have reached any logical conclusion. In some of the cases, in fact, the CBI has filed a B report, and the Congress has questioned that as well, saying, well, the CBI is under you, it's under the union government, and you allege that there were Islamic forces which carried out this particular attack or killing, and we've handed it over to the CBI, and still we haven't managed to get a prosecution there. So either the BJP was lying back then, or the CBI is not working properly now. So the BJP caught on both the fronts on whether they want to reopen cases withdrawn by the Congress party, and how do they want to respond to cases where the CBI hasn't found much.
Right, Harish, thank you so much for getting us the very latest. Controversies galore there as far as Karnataka is concerned. But it's not just in Karnataka where there is a Twitter war or a poster war that has broken out. It's in Maharashtra as well. And that's where we're shifting focus next. Ahead of the Dussehra rally tomorrow between the two Sena factions, we are seeing a teaser war, a poster war that has broken out between the Uddhav Sena and the Shinde Sena. Now, NCP posters have cropped up outside Matoshri supporting the Thackeray faction's Dussehra rally. This even as the Uddhav Sena was accusing Shinde Sena of bringing in BJP workers, BJP karyakartas to the Dussehra rally to show their kind of support. Mihir, my colleague, now joins us for more on this. And Mihir, it's interesting, even as the Uddhav Sena and Uddhav Thackeray's loyalists were accusing Shinde and his camp of trying to use this Sena platform to, bring in BJP. Now we are seeing NCP come out in support of the Thackeray Sena.
Absolutely, that we've seen yesterday by the official spokesperson also giving out a statement clearly stating that they are supporting and they acknowledge only one Shiv Sena, that is the Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray. And today NCP has now jumped into the poster war. We have seen posters outside Matoshi, right outside the Aghadi of Shiv Sena, one could say, where the posters are up there of NCP stating that one should acknowledge and go for the Dussehra rally, which is at Shiv the Shivaji Park ground, which is held by the Thackeray-led Shiv Sena, and clearly not mincing words as far as showing their support to the Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray in this matter. NCP is in a sense backing the Sena with full force before this particular big mega rallies that we are going to see in two parts of Mumbai on the day of Dussehra.
Right now, tomorrow is when we are going to see the two factions actually fight it out in terms of these rallies are concerned. There was a fight over the venue and who really gets the Shivaji Park venue that was traditionally where even Barasaheb Thackeray used to address these Dussehra rallies from. That fight was settled legally, but it's all about optics and it's going to come down to that tomorrow, isn't it, Mihir? Because the Uddhav Thackeray camp has been losing support every few days.
That's correct, and one cannot put it in any other way. Yes, that's true that there is certain amount of shift in the party loyalty from Uddhav Thackeray camp to Eknath Shinde camp, and Eknath Shinde camp has been maintaining with the CM himself, saying that they are taking the ideology of Balasaheb Thackeray further. They are the ones who are the real custodians of Hindutva, clearly targeting the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena about siding with NCP and other allies which are not natural alliances to form a government, and that is something which will be perhaps spoken about in this rally. In fact, I'm at the MMRDA ground. You can see the kind of arrangements that are in place at this point. Of course, preps are still going on. What we are told that this is going to be a massive gathering. The idea behind this rally is that Eknath Shinde is in all his might saying that he is the real Shiv Sena, and that is something he will be talking to the people of Maharashtra on. Apart from other topics, he and his party believes that they are the real custodians of the Hindutva ideology, of the teachings of Balasaheb Thackeray, and that is why there is so much curiosity around this particular rallies that are going to happen in Mumbai. But there will be great amount of confusions for the Shiv Senics also as to which rally to attend, because on one side there are the Thackerays holding a rally at their traditional place, Shivaji Park, and on the other side there is this mass leader, Eknath Shinde, who's risen from the ranks, rebelled in the party and formed a government, and he is also claiming that his is the real Shiv Sena, and there is a lot of support, like you mentioned, time and again. People are changing sides, switching loyalties, moving towards the Shinde camp. So clearly there is a lot of anticipation as far as the Shinde camp is concerned regarding the turnout of this rally, and that's why the arrangements are massive. In fact, I can't really show you, but the ground behind me also will have seating arrangements. So clearly the gathering is going to be huge.
Absolutely, and as far as both those camps are concerned, they are hoping that they win this optics war, if nothing else, and it's not really going to be about the Dussehra rally for both those camps. It is also going to be about the legacy of the real Shiv Sena. Mihir, do stay on with me because we'll continue tracking developments from Maharashtra. Before now, we're slipping into a quick break. Lots more lined up for you on the other side.